Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. Yes, you guessed it, I got a PSVR 2 for Christmas and I have been happily downloading demos and trying to decide what game to buy first, but that's not what this video is about. The other day I made a video for a game called Steam World Build, but I mentioned this game, The Settlers' New Allies, and I talked about how it was crashing and crashing and crashing, and it was basically unplayable for me. Well, I got it to work. I don't know why this was the solution, but for some reason when I went into my PS5 settings and I changed my capture resolution from 4K to 1080p, suddenly this game was functional. So I thought I would make at least one video about it because there are some things I do like about it. There is a campaign and there are some challenge modes, but I am setting up a skirmish match here, just a casual 1 versus 1, me against the AI. And I'm not going to show you the whole match here because, as you will see in the upper left-hand corner, this game could go up to 4 hours long. So we're just going to look at the beginning of the match. So let's get started. If I hold R1, I can see where my engineers are. If I hold R2, I can see where my military units are. And then we have another crowd of people up there. Those are my carriers. Looking at the map, you can see that some areas are highlighted. Some of these have enemies, bandits, and some of them have objectives to complete. I assume my AI opponent is getting to work over here on the other side of the island, so we should probably get to work over here as well. We're going to have to build stuff, so we're going to need raw materials. So we're going to start off with a logging camp, and we can see where the resources are, we can see where it's placeable, and we can see our little people get to work. The engineers do the building and the carriers transport the resources, but I think you can get an idea of why this game could potentially be up to 4 hours long, because you cannot pause it and it only has one speed. So I think you can get an idea of how slowly things will play out. We have some stones nearby, and then we have some unsurveyed mining areas nearby. We need engineers to do the surveying, so I can hold X and select a few of them. I can hold R1 and hit square to jump to an idle engineer.
I can build almost anything.
And we also need to claim this area before we can build a mine. So I need to plant a flag, and then those other engineers will expand our area toward that flag. So I really should have placed the flag closer to the stones over there. Here I am doing the same thing on the other side of the camp, and I'm doing a much better placement of the flag right there. Let's take our idle archers and do a little exploration into the fog of war. There is also a scout unit, but these are archers here. Our engineers finished surveying and they found a place where we can build a stone mine, but we need to expand our territory over in that direction, so I'm taking 2 of these engineers and moving them over here to work over here on that territory expansion. Over here I can build a quarry because these are just rocks, I guess, and so these are not unlimited. I'll build this quarry over here, but eventually it will be depleted. You can see that little blue mark. That is the efficiency of this mine. So you want that blue mark to be as far over there to the right as it can be. Here I am building a sawmill so we can process those downed trees into boards that we can build with. And now I am building a couple of stone mines over here. And then, of course, everything needs to be connected by roads. That's kind of a standard mechanic in this type of game. We have to transport those resources, and so we need good roads to do that. And we need to expand our territory out this way. But let's move our archer. We've got bandits up this way, so I need to be a little bit careful. I don't want to start a fight before I'm ready.
Order received.
Enemy in sight.
So there we have some bandits, and as far as I can tell, they just guard this position here.
Delivery coming through.
But never mind that, because we're starting to run out of people. We're giving these people jobs, so we need more people so that we can give them jobs. So I'm building houses, but I scheduled too many constructions, so I'm using the demolish tool, and I'm getting some of my boards back.
Excuse me.
But we need to build a forester because the logging camp can also deplete its resources. So we need a forester to plant more trees. And I need to expand my territory so I can get those other trees. But here I am building a second logging camp because, like I said, we need to build a lot of stuff. Here is a delivery objective, but this place needs berries, and we have not started collecting berries yet. This place wants hammers, and we have not started making hammers yet. So I'm going to get started on hammers right here with my tool maker. And I kind of messed up my roads right there. You have to be careful how you lay out your roads. Okay, so things are starting to pick up now. We found some iron over here. We need an iron mine. Here is a guild hall, so we can recruit more engineers, and we could recruit scouts.
This one's tougher than I thought.
Here I am putting in an iron mine. There are actually two places over here where we can build an iron mine. And the mines are unlimited. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. So yeah, unlike the quarries and the trees, the mines are unlimited. But never mind that, because the way food works in this game is a little unusual. Here I am putting down a forager's hut to collect berries. But your people don't necessarily require food. You use those food items to boost your production, which I will get back to here in a little while. But here I am putting down a furnace because we're going to have to make iron bars. And then I will build a blacksmith so we can turn those iron bars into weapons. And then I will build a training ground to train soldiers to use those weapons. So I'm putting those three very important buildings over here next to each other. And you can see when the blacksmith is done being constructed, I can choose between shields, bows, and axes. And I can boost the blacksmith with meat. So for meat, we need a ranch because the ranch breeds donkeys. And the donkeys can be used for meat or they can be used to pull carts. We also need a coal mine so our furnace can function. So our engineers surveyed a couple of coal mining areas over here. Back to the guild hall because we need another engineer. I recruited one, and we have to wait for a carrier to walk over with their brand new hammer, and then they get over here and they actually work out until they become an engineer. So this game is very well animated. Pretty much everything is animated. Here I am, my people are clearing out that quarry, so that quarry is almost finished. This building is missing some goods because to raise donkeys we need grain to feed them, so we need a farm. So we'll build a farm over here. And for good measure, let's build a hunter. So we can see where the hunting area is. So we can build our hunter's cabin near the road. Here are our coal miners at work, and our carriers are coming over and picking up the coal and taking it all the way back over to our warehouse. Eventually you can upgrade these roads to make travel a little easier, and like I said, you can build carts and have donkeys pull those carts. But our furnace is getting to work. That sparkly effect means it's boosted, so I'm going to boost the blacksmith here. So I pressed square, and now we're waiting on some carriers to deliver some meat into this cauldron. And then once the meat is in there, the worker will go over there and eat. And now the blacksmith is boosted, and so when they're boosted, they are working twice as fast. So now the furnace and the blacksmith are both boosted, and we have built a few weapons so we can start recruiting some soldiers.
Excuse me.
And here is an archer showing up for training, and yeah, so I think you can get the theme here that it's all very well animated, but also it takes a while to play out.
Resources found.
I am over an hour into the match now here, and we still have not had any combat. You can see my my hunter doing some work over here as my troops are gathering. And here is another logging camp getting to work here, and you can see the workers transporting and some more archers training. Very exciting.
Recruitment complete.
So if you have watched the video for this long, you are going to be rewarded finally with some combat because my troops are gathering, and we're going to go attack those bandits. I'll go ahead and tell you that it's not going to go well, because if we look at them, it kind of looks like they have some casters within their group, and all I have are some archers and some guys with some big clubs. I don't have any healers. I don't have any offensive casters at all. So this is going to go badly. Spoiler alert. And I thought about ending the video with this terrible battle here. But let's go ahead and watch it play out. You can see the enemy healer doing their thing. And you can see the enemy casters are hitting my people with what looks like little meteorites or something. And slowly my troops are dying. My archers are doing some good work back there, but it is it's not going well. They're attempting to fight their way toward that mark that I made on the map, but yeah, we are going to be defeated here. And I thought about ending the video right here and saying thanks for watching as the enemies disappear back into the fog of war. But I thought, no, I'm going to get my revenge in this video. So we need casters. So we need an order of Brun for those casters. And then we have a shrine here for our healer. So we'll place that down this way. Meanwhile, we are training more troops. Here are those guys with the big clubs. And it didn't take long to replace them and replace the archers, but it took a while to recruit the casters because they require gems. So we surveyed some areas down this way where we could build a gem mine and a gold mine. So we're building the gold mine first as our engineers claim the area down there. But now here is the gem mine, and it takes a while to gather those gems because we need quite a few. I'm going to go ahead and build a coach maker. So they're going to build the carts, and then they will recruit donkeys. And we are slowly gathering our troops out here at the edge of town again. And I'm building a couple of defensive towers. If we click on the warehouse, we can see our resources over there on the right, and we can see a visual representation of the traffic jam that I have right there, which includes a gym. So like I said, you need to be careful about how you lay out your roads. But eventually I had enough gems to recruit a healer. And you can't really see it over there on the left, but there's a berry press because these offensive casters require wine, I guess. And so we have to press those berries into wine. But eventually I had enough stuff to recruit a healer and some offensive casters. And so we are gathering everybody here at the edge of town, and it is finally time to attack again. We're about an hour and a half into this match, and I think you can guess that this time I am going to win this battle. So as we watch this play out, we are coming up on the end of the video, and I do like this game now that I have gotten to play it some. My first impressions were not very good at all. I started to delete it and ask for a refund, but I stuck with it, and I do like it for the most part. I think I can see why it's not really highly rated in the store. It's like a 3.1, somewhere in that area, 3.1 out of 5. I think this game was meant to be a multiplayer title, but it didn't sell very well, so there's not much of a community for that. So if you buy this game, you would be playing the campaign and the solo skirmish modes, which I enjoy, but other people might not. But yeah, we'll be having some VR on the channel here coming up very soon once I decide what games to buy. And of course, I'm always on the lookout for a new game to play, so more videos soon. But for now, as always, thank you very much for watching.